Alright guys, so like I was saying, my female's getting very, very close to laying. I'm not sure if you can see here, but you kind of see how she's kind of ridged on the back right here, and that little swell right in there. Hey guys, Rob from KYKONSTRICTORZ here. You might be asking yourself, why is he not in his snake room? Or you might get yourself asking, why is he sitting in front of this big blue refrigerator back here? Well, that's because that's my incubator. And I'm about to be putting some things in there. But I don't know when I'm going to be putting things in there. You may be asking yourself, when are you going to be putting eggs in your incubator? So, that being said, I'm going to show you some signs to look for during the breeding process, down to when you should start breeding, all the way up to you're about to get eggs in a couple hours. Anyways, make sure that you're staying safe out there. And yeah, while you're here, go down there and hit that like button. Make sure you hit that red subscribe button, that way you know when I upload little videos like this that may help you out in the future. Otherwise, let's get on with the video. Okay, so some of the early things you can look for are bowl wrapping. They're kind of laying on the cool side just a little bit. Food aggressiveness. I'll show you a couple of those things right here. This girl here has just been killing it lately, food wise. See, she's at the front of her cage and just ready for food all the time. She actually got a nice little meal the other day, but you can also see on her how she's kind of lumping right in here. It's always good signs to see. This girl here has been cool seeking. She actually went back on food, so I'm thinking she absorbed her follicles. You know, that's a term that's often misrepresentative is reabsorbed. It's not reabsorbed, because basically they would have to grow follicles, absorb them, then regrow the same follicles, and then that's where you would get reabsorbed. This girl here, I've not seen an ovulation with her. I would kind of like to see one. She's definitely cool seeking, but that's just my pinstripe girl. She's still kind of on food. She hasn't went totally off. She refused a couple meals, then she ate once with a little bit of enticement. Then she is refused her last two, but she also has made a nest over here too, so that's another good sign. And then you see the lumping on her. She's getting a little defensive. It's another good sign. But you see, this could be the start of an ovulation here. You kind of see the tail right down in here, trying to suck back just a little bit. And we got this girl right here continuing to cool. You can definitely see she's definitely full. Now that you've seen some of these signs, it's time to start putting your males with your females, and hopefully you'll see some locks. Then guys, there are some things you might notice, such as your snake looks a little bit different. It's a lot brighter. It's called the glow. You also may notice things like where they're laying kind of sideways, and you open up the cage and she's upside down. You're like, oh my god, she's dead. That's the first thing you think of. Yes, that can be scary, but look for these signs as well too. This girl here is getting very, very close to laying. She's a couple weeks out, but you can see she's laying inverted. She had her ovulation, and her pre-lay shed was March the 27th. She ovulated about March the 15th, I believe. She ovulated on March the 14th, 13th, and 14th. And her pre-lay shed was the 28th. So you count 30 days past that would be 4/27. And I got this big monstrous girl here who has a buttload of follicles. I believe I counted 11 big follicles in her. Still waiting on the ovulation, but you can definitely see her glow. She's definitely a lot lighter than what she normally is, especially right in the neck area and the head area right here. The stripe really glows, but I mean, with hidden genoma, it glows anyway. But another girl that's glowing is the one that's below her, and that would be my pastel. I bred her to my highway, and she's on the cool side. As you can see, she's really bright. Look at how the color is, and then look at the neck area right here. It starts about right here, then goes up into the head. The head's not really ever that blushed. She looks like a total different snake right now. Got another one here laying on her side. That's my pastel lesser het clown. Really beautiful girl. So now you're checking on your snakes, and you're looking in all the tubs, and you notice that, wow, she's as big as around as a football. And if you're not sure what that is called, it's called an ovulation. And right here are a couple of examples of that. We have another ovulation. I think I got the girl at the tail end of it, but you can notice right there along the sides here how it kind of looks sunk in, but she's swollen right through here. She's a lot bigger last night. I should have recorded it last night, but you can definitely notice scale separation right in here. And I felt 5 big follicles on this girl just a few days ago. Alright guys, so like what I was saying here, this girl right here is in full-blown ovulation. You see how thin she is right in here, and then right in here she just swells out.
My pockets on big swole, bitch I pull up with a big pole. Big pole, little bit, but she a big hoe. Big hoe, talking shit and get your slit throat. Slit throat, yeah, my pockets on big swole. Big swole, bitch, I pull up with a big pole. Big pole, little bit, but she a big hoe. Big hoe, talking shit and get your slit throat. Slit throat, gang, gang, gang.
Run up on a kid and get that work. Fucking witness, leave your pussy ass in the dirt. Zuko going crazy, he might put you on a shirt. Slit a bitch throat and we smirk. Killing for the paper like a murk.
But that's what a full-blown ovulation is. You can see how the scales are descended. Most snakes, they're white underneath, in between their scales. This girl here is brown. So you can see the brown skin underneath, in between the scales, like right here. See if I can zoom in on that. Yep, that's what you want to see. Scale distillation. The swole of this girl right here. She doesn't like me touching her too much. Only snake to ever bite me right here. And she was in food mode. Anyways, I can show you right here too. See that line right there? Full-blown ovulation, guys. I'm gonna leave this girl alone. She's already making a nesting spot on the heat, so can't complain too bad about that. I bred this girl. This is supposed to be a single gene lesser, but just look at her colors. I'm pretty sure that this may be a pastel lesser. Anyway, I bred her to a Mystic Potion, which is Mystic in my hobby. You can tell she does not like me at all. But right there, that line, right in here, is most definitely an ovulation. Once you see this, guys, you're going to get eggs. 2 weeks from now, right, roughly 10 to 14 days, she will go into a pre-lay shed. Once she sheds out, you can about count 30 days, give or take. You can go all the way up to 40. I've seen it as early as 24 days, 27 days. But right around 30 days, you'll probably get a clutch of eggs. Now that you know what an ovulation looks like, now it's time to count down. About 7 to 10 days after they ovulate, and you know the swelling goes back down, they're going to look even smaller than what they did before. That's totally normal. Sometimes it'll make you wonder if they've absorbed their follicles. But trust me, you'll see a shed. And once they shed, you can mark it on your calendar. Somewhere, most people mark down 30 days. That's what I do. I always mark 30 days as my due date, because around that time, it's time to really start looking. But when I say this, I mean this with all sincerity. The 27 days to 40 days is more basic. So if they lay between that time, you're golden. Anything over that, I mean, I've heard people say that their snake didn't lay 50 to 57 days after pre-lay shed. Anyway, here's a couple examples of those sheds. This girl down here, I'm waiting on her to shed out. She ovulated about a week ago. She's now in her pre-lay shed. You can still see the build right here. I don't want to touch these girls. I don't want to bother them more than I have to. But anyway, I got her ovulation marked down. I got her labeled as an in shed. Another girl here that's in shed. I believe I missed her ovulation as well, but she's in shed. Definitely building. She's big back in here. And this part of her, but she's a go-getter. She's a fighter too. So now day 30 has come and still no eggs. It's not time to freak out yet. Most people start worrying, you know, it's day 32. why has she not laid her eggs? It's perfectly fine. And I'm going to show you right here what to really look for when she gets really close. Sometimes you'll see them distorting themselves like this. You'll see a hump on their coil. As long as they're laying in the heat, coiled up, or you can see them all over the cage, you know, back and forth, just crawling. Well, they're hunting for a place to lay their eggs. That, or they're trying to position their eggs in their oviduct. What I mean by that pretzeling, though, is they're positioning the eggs and pushing them down towards the vent and getting them ready to lay. I'll show you a classic example of what to look for right here. Alright guys, so like I was saying, my female's getting very, very close to laying. I'm not sure if you can see here, but you kind of see how she's kind of ridged on the back right here, and that little swell right in there. Yeah, she's about to pop any day, any minute. She's probably gonna lay tonight. Today is day 34. She's actually, well, you're really not late unless you're after day 40. They lay anywhere from 27 to 40 days, but everybody likes to put that 30-day mark. But you see how she's kind of pretzeling up right here. She's adjusted her eggs into position, and I would say she will lay sometime tonight. Here's another girl that I expect to lay pretty soon. She hasn't had her post-ovulation shed yet, but still, she's still getting close, I know. Most definitely. This girl is looking triangular right here. She's kind of got that ridge back. You can see the spine for sure. So, definitely heat seeking. She was constantly in that water. Still going in and out of it some, but not too terribly as much as she was. But for sure, definite good signs to see with her. This girl here was my last clutch last year, and you can kind of see she's up to size. She's kind of glowing a little bit herself. She's a little paranoid girl, but I really don't see the build that I would like to see with her. But she could still be early. She laid in August, so you know I still got a couple months with her. I'm just gonna keep pairing her up, see what happens. Got my first lock with this girl here. She's my pastel puma. I don't know if y'all follow me on Instagram or not, but you should, at KYKONSTRICTORZ and Exotics. Check out the link right about here. Anyway, I bred her to this guy, and that's my highway. He also went to my pastel. Couple new projects I'm gonna have next year. It's definitely my leopard girls will be ready. Gonna do some crazy stuff with them. Anyway, my pied girl, looking nice and big. She got her a nice big meal the other day. Anyway, she'll be ready next year. My original het pied girl down there, I didn't breed her this year, but I'm giving her a year off, and next year she'll be ready to go. This girl will be ready to go next year. This girl will be ready to go next year. Not so sure what I'm going to do with that. I may end up pairing my GHI or my pastel GHI to her. Make some GHI hypos. Hopefully all can go well. And guys, I'll keep you updated on this. I would about bet that she's going to lay her clutch today. I'll keep you updated, and if she does, you can about bet that you're going to see a video from KYKONSTRICTORZ and Exotics. Okay guys, thanks for watching this video. Let me just say, this was not a step-by-step by no means, but it is kind of in order. I should do a more in-depth video on this. Most people watch my channel, they already know most of this anyway, but if you are newer to breeding, hopefully this will help you. by any means, if you have any kind of questions and you think I might be able to help you, just hit me up on my email link right here. I'll put it right here. Just email me whatever you have. If I don't know the answer, I guarantee you I know somebody that does. Again, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe, please. It only takes a few seconds and it'll help me out tremendously. And if I haven't already told you, stay safe. Stay at home, stay healthy, and be good, or be good at it.